Teklit Michael, an asylum seeker from Eritrea, lived in Israel for a decade. Your asylum case is still open. It's still pending, working its way through the system. But your reaction as a member of this community to Netanyahu's decision to cancel after announcing the plan, he is now canceling the plan. What's your thoughts?
I think it's hard for me, especially to see from the Israeli government right now. Like hours before, they said we have to relocate the 16,000 people to Western countries, and those people who are staying in Israel to give them legal status to stay here in Israel and to integrate them as a part of the country. For me personally, it is a good deal for the asylum seeker and for the Israeli society, especially for those people who live in South Tel Aviv neighborhood.
Which was a good deal?
The first deal they did, especially to relocate 16,000 to Western countries and to give resident status or like asylum status.
So you support the Netanyahu plan that would have given half of these asylum seekers more than 16,000 legal status, but 16,000 others, your community members, would have been deported. They would have been maybe go to on the plan Germany or Italy. You think that's okay?
We have a lot of questions to be answered. But I think it is a good deal because we can see after our questions are answered. But it is a good deal because for the last decade we see the system is failed to protect us and to give us a proper solution for the community, for the asylum seeker community, and for the South Tel Aviv neighborhood as well.
So many of these Eritrean, particular Sudanese, the asylum seekers, they're concentrated in South Tel Aviv. That's where they live. The plan called for giving them educational training opportunities, but they would have to move to other cities spread out around Israel. Is that a good idea? Do you support the idea of spreading out the community, or for various reasons do you want to stay together in Tel Aviv?
No, it is a good idea because we see a lot of crowded in South Tel Aviv neighborhood. So it's a good idea to relocate them to other cities and to give them a job and to proper advocacy training for their life. I think it's a good idea for both asylum seekers and South Tel Aviv neighborhood as well.
But now there is no deal. We heard just hours ago Netanyahu canceled the whole thing. What is your message to him and to the other government ministers who call these asylum seekers, people like yourself with these open cases, infiltrators, illegals, that you all need to be deported? What's your message?
My message is clear. Especially for the last decades, the Israeli government treating us as criminals. They call everything that to give wrong things to people. So I think if they are not handling our status, they have to give back to UNHCR and the UNHCR to handle it by itself because they are failed for the last 10 years.